Hello and welcome back to Purple Mafia. You'll notice I'm wearing a different hat, not just because the Toronto Blue Jays are in the World Series, not just because the Polads are crappy owners, so yeah, but the Vikings played like crap as well, so, and I can't stand the LA Dodgers. I kind of like Toronto, so what the heck. So yeah, I do like Toronto. And my favorite player in baseball is Vlad Guerrero Jr., just like his dad was my favorite player, Vladimir Guerrero Sr. or Vladimir Guerrero. Done with that. Of course, what do you want to really want to talk about in a game where the Vikings lose 37-10 on a Thursday night, and that stupid da-da-da-da-da charge kept going on the entire game. We get the point. We get the point. Shut up. We're sick of it. We get the point. Anyhow, 37-10. That just figures to yeah, just a no-show. Absolute no-show. They pretty much put Carson Wentz through a torture chamber out there. Is Carson Wentz a starting quarterback in the league? No. Is Carson Wentz a terrible quarterback? No. Is Carson Wentz a decent quarterback? Yeah, he's a decent backup. He's a decent backup, and that's what you're getting as a result. And Carson Wentz is far from far from one of the main people I'm mad at after a game like this, especially after he was pretty much, again, going through a torture chamber the whole game. The whole Christian Darrisaw, of course, left tackle, if you didn't know. Yeah, you do know. On some kind of a snap count type of deal, I don't get it. You're either healthy or you're not healthy. Like, what are we doing? Makes no sense. Or he's just hurt every 10 seconds. It's one thing or another. You got to see Max Brosmer throw NFL passes, not preseason passes. He completed a couple of yards. Yeah, 3 of 4 for 13 yards. It's a start. Not really. Carson Wentz, 15 of 27, 144, one touchdown, one terrible interception, stacked 5 times. And again, it was a torture chamber. His shoulder getting crushed deeper and deeper. So I don't know. Again, he's far from like the root of everyone's angst in a game like this. The defense sucks. The defense just sucks. And I know it might sound like, okay, he's just ranting and acting like an idiot, but no, the defense is just a complete no-show. I have no idea what to say. If Brian Flores is still considered a hot head coaching candidate after the lawsuit, I'd be surprised. How can he be? I don't know, other than players aren't showing up, but I guess we can all relate to that, depending on what type of workplace we're in, people not showing up. Even though they're there, are they really showing up? Yeah, they're there. They're just there. And thanks for showing up, I guess. After that, I'm not sure what else I can say. Of course, Vikings only ran the ball 9 times in the game, and they were getting their butts kicked the whole time, playing from behind. Yet at the same time, when the game was still, in doubt, whenever that was, like the first quarter, you're still not running the ball. It's kind of ridiculous. And your defense isn't helping you out either at all. Justin Jefferson is pretty much the only player that was above average in this game. 7 catches, 74 yards. That's about all I got to say there. For the most part, thank you for showing up. Jordan Addison did get a touchdown in the game, but only three catches, 26 yards. I don't know. Special teams were okay. Riker did miss a 53-yarder, but he made a 54-yarder. So I guess Blake Cashman, I guess I'm glad he's back. I mean, he did get 11 tackles, but again, gave up 37 bleeping points. Horrible. Josh Metellus did get an interception, and we appreciate that. But I don't know. This defense is beyond disappointing. I mean, really disappointing. Didn't most of us see this season as, oh my God, this Vikings defense is going to be spectacular and they can help? It's like a perfect setup for a rookie quarterback to come in. Well, the rookie quarterback gets hurt again in his second game, and the defense has been pretty much horrendous most of the year. Well, not the whole year, but pretty much from there on, just about. And, I just kind of left at a loss at the end of the day. I kind of, like a lot of you, the other guy that might have been the player of the game would have been like Grenard. He had some good moments, but generally speaking, I don't know. I don't know. But the podcast will be out. Purple Mafia podcast will be released on Sunday like a normal Sunday, because we got to do the other got to do the other two segments on Sunday to kind of get caught up with everything and all that. So that's kind of how we do Purple Mafia in the podcast world. But video, this is, of course, immediate reaction after an awful, 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 awful game. Vikings at 3-4 do not look like a playoff team. If they do make it, it would be impressive. Chargers definitely look like a playoff team at 5-3, but we'll see how that turns out as well, because things can change real quick in the NFL. That's why they call it not for long, because nothing is for long in the NFL, except the stupid Chiefs, and I wish they were not for long, but hopefully they are. Not for much longer, actually. Whatever you'd call that. But anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Get ready for the podcast if you could. Go Blue Jays in the World Series. Bleep the Dodgers. And, we'll be back next week to talk about the Detroit Lions. Uh-oh.